What's up, guys? I'm the Retro Nerd. I'm bringing you another episode of Retro Night, and this time around we are playing Jim Lee's Wild C.A.T.S, covert action team. And if you guys don't know who Jim Lee is, he's a very, very talented and famous comic book artist. If you don't know him, punch yourself in the face right now. Sorry, almost had the hiccups. Jim Lee's famous for, making Batman and Superman, pretty much all the DC characters looking totally badass as always. But him and Todd McFarlane, pretty much created Image Comics, because they had Todd McFarlane brought over Spawn, his whole idea for superhero, and then Jim Lee was like, well, I want to make a team, and he made the Wild C.A.T.S, which has Spartan, Zealot, Voodoo, Grifter, Maul, Warblade, Void, and Lord Imp. Now, the most famous one of them all is Grifter. He is the one with usually a red mask with two black eye holes. They're white. It's a mask he wears. It's all red. His hair's shown. He usually carries double pistols around in a trench coat. I know it's really hard to explain through voice and all that. It just sucks because he doesn't appear on any of the box art. I don't even think he was in this game. Because having guns and video games around in the 90s was still a touchy thing. It still was oh no, can't have guns. I mean, Mega Man had sort of a gun attached to his arm, and that was okay, but it's because he wasn't killing people, he was killing robots, so that's probably one reason why Grifter does not appear in this game. He might further on in the game, I'm not sure, but I didn't see him at all one bit, so but yeah, Grifter's the most famous one because you see him a lot more now, because DC uses him in a lot of their stories. You actually see him in the Flashpoint storyline. He's one of the rebels that's helping out, fighting against Wonder Woman and Aquaman war. But yeah, so Jim Lee created this team. It's a pretty okay team. Actually, never mind, you do see Grifter. He's up on the title screen. I take it all back. I guess Grifter is in the game, but I don't think he plays him. I think it's Maul, Spartan, and Warblade. And Warblade being the guy, I think he's the guy with the long, sharp-ass claws. But yeah, anyways, so Jim Lee created the Wild C.A.T.S. It had a cartoon show. I think the comic books pretty much this. They tanked. I mean, it was popular, but not as popular as Spawn was, where Spawn got such a good following because of the story that they had for Spawn and all that at the time. Wild C.A.T.S was just a lot of people were probably just oh great, another superhero team. Nothing new there. Spawn was different because it was a guy that loved his family, ended up getting killed by his boss, got sent to hell, pretty much, Satan said, well, I want you to be one of my hell spawns. And he's okay, because the only reason why he did it is because then he could go back to Earth. The plane of the living, let's just say that. And that way he can actually see his wife and kid again, so. But the only fact is that he's dead and kind of disfigured and burned really badly. So, it was just a whole different story that we've never heard before for a superhero, so it was kind of unique and different. Wildcats is just like, oh, they're like the Avengers, but really shitty. I mean, I'm not knocking Jim Lee's artwork for it. It was really good, but it's just, it wasn't popular, you know. Jim Lee drew them really awesomely, don't get me wrong. Jim Lee is a good artist, but it's just everything, you know. Cartoon show was pretty good, but it's just the sales of the comics weren't there. And then in 1998, they sold all the rights for Wildcats to DC Comics. Wildcats was only out for, let's see here. Oh, Wildcats was only out since 1992. And so, you know, in 1998, they sold all the shit to DC Comics, so DC has the rights to Wildcats. But yeah, it's, I mean, you know your shit's failing if, like, from 1992 and then to 1998, you're like, oh fuck it, let's just sell it to DC. DC can have the characters. I think DC really only wanted Grifter. They could care less about the other Wildcats, because I don't even think they did anything with the other ones. I think DC was more like, alright, we got Grifter, we got the dude we wanted, we got our Punisher, pretty much. I mean, Batman's like their Punisher, but he doesn't kill. Grifter's more like the Punisher, you know, he kills. But, you know, it's just sometimes, you know, a stupid idea to come up with, like, another superhero team, because your team's probably not going to stand a chance against the Justice League, you know, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men. You know, that's a really tough thing. Coming up with the original superhero, that's easy to do, just one. But to try to do a whole team, that's really hard to do. So, I mean, at least he tried, but, you know, Jim Lee's better just being that great comic book artist that he is, and, you know, drawing like Superman and Batman and stuff like that, because he makes them really badass. So, I mean, that's what he's good at. He's good at drawing, you know, not trying to draw it right. You know, McFarlane was good because, you know, he already had some practice with, you know, drawing, but also doing writing, because he wrote for Spider-Man as well. So you know, he did his best. You know, McFarlane had a little bit more practice. Jim Lee probably didn't have that much practice with writing and drawing, so it probably kind of suffered a little bit. But yeah, this game's not bad. I mean, it's your standard beat 'em up. It's just like in the same vein of the Superman game. I mean, yeah, you have, you know, cool little power-ups and stuff, but after a while, it just gets, you know, boring and same old, you know. It's just like, oh, I punched another guy, yay. You know, like I said, it's not like the Spider-Man game where it switches you up, because in this Maximum Carnage one, you have the option of choosing Spider-Man or Venom at some levels, and it's Wildcats, so people are like, who the fuck are the Wildcats, you know, and why should I care? I mean, if you weren't around if you weren't born in the 90s or old enough to, like, read comics or, you know, remember any of the cartoon TV shows, because they had a cartoon TV show as well, you know, then you're not going to remember who the Wildcats are. Pretty much the only reason I remember who the Wildcats is pretty much because of Grifter. Like I said, he's the popular one. And he's the only one I can remember is Grifter. All the other ones, I don't care about, because Grifter is cool. I like them. But yeah, like I said, it's just a simple beat 'em up, you know. It's like, go here, punch these guys in the face, kill these guys, and there you go. Write the check, and it's done deal. But it gets so boring after a while with this game. Like I said, it's not the Spider-Man ones. The Spider-Man ones were really good. I like them. It's not like Double Dragon, and it's not like the Scott Pilgrim versus the World game or anything like that. It's really boring. I mean, yeah, you do eventually get to switch your characters out, but I mean, how far are you willing to play to get to the next part where you can play as a different character? Probably not a lot of people. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing this one. pretty much the reason why I picked it up is to play it again, because I remember playing this as a kid. Also, like I said, do an episode for you guys. Of course, I gotta do stuff for you. But like I said, I wanted to play it again, and I realized, yeah, I was a kid, and this was probably fun to me because, well, one, when you rank games, your family, if you come from a family like I did, where you didn't have that much money, you kind of ran a lot of games, and you just went off what the box art looks like. So, I mean, it looked cool to me and my buddy, so we rented it, and realized, now I realize it kind of sucks. I mean, when I was a kid, yeah, it probably was tons of fun, but now, not so much. It looks like crap. Not that bad, but it plays like crap. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm the Retro Nerd. I'm tired of talking about this shitty ass game. Yeah, so I recommend you guys not playing this game at all. If you want to, go ahead and torture yourself, but other than that, I say don't. Anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd. This has been an episode of Retro Night, and hopefully sometime soon, I'll be playing some more games. These are some of the games I had in backlog ready that I did before Super Mario May, but I had them ready to go, so after Super Mario May was over, I had a couple of videos I can knock out, and then that way I can go back to filming some more videos. But yeah, so this is one. I got Lego Batman 3 to do. Well, that's one of the videos I have backlogged. And then I have Fighting Force for the PlayStation 1, and that's probably the last two I got for backlog. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. But yeah, I'll probably also be playing episode 2 of the Life is Strange, episode 3 of Life is Strange, because episode 3 is now out. I'll probably also be finishing up The Wolf Among Us, The Evil Within, because I gotta finish that up, because there's also DLC for that. I'll try to finish up Mega Man X4. If not, that might get pushed off until fucking next March. I won't finish Mega Man X4 until next March. But yeah. So stay tuned. I still got tons of videos coming out, tons of different ideas I'm doing. I got some top 10s in the works. I just gotta sit down on one of my days off and film. And then, oh yeah, I'll also be launching Comic Books 101, starting off with the Ant-Man. I gotta sit down and pretty much write the script for that and find out what I'm going to be talking about in that, besides, his history, his power-ups. And probably gotta reread some comic books that have the Ant-Man in it, or that are Ant-Man stories. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I'll be doing until next month, which is, like I said, it was DBZ July, but if you guys follow the Facebook page, I actually changed the name to Anime July. So I'm just including all anime, because originally I was going to have One Piece and Naruto part of it. I said, fuck it, I might as well just make it all anime and play a shit ton of different anime games. But mainly DBZ games will be played, but I will do some other anime games, so stay tuned for that. And then in August we got Ape Shit August, where I'll be playing monkey games, monkey or ape games. And then in November, October be all like scary games. Like I'll try to get some of the Silent Hills, maybe do like a full play on a Silent Hill game. Some of the Resident Evils, and then some other scary games. Who knows? I might play the Slender Man games. If you guys are lucky, I might just play some. And then in November, my birthday month, I'll be doing Nintendo. So Nintendo November, nothing but Nintendo licensed character games. So we're talking about Metroid, Zelda, no Mario, because Mario has his own special month. We'll be doing like Metro, like I said, Metroid, Zelda, Animal Crossing, Punch Out. What else? There's a lot of them. Donkey Kong won't be played because that'll be during Ape Shit August. I'll be doing a full play of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker in November, and a full play of Punch Out for the Wii. So stay tuned for all those good videos, man. Great lineup coming this year. I'm just so awesomely, happy about how successful Super Mario May was. It was a great month. But yeah, anyways guys, I've been the Retro Nerd, and I'm gonna wrap up this video because I've been rambling on too much. But anyways, Retro Nerd out.